Well, it's another nice day. I think so far we have done quite a good job. But I'm sure Strider's got more information, or more to tell me, and I'm sure he will probably contact me at some point soon, because I'm just sat here. To be honest, I've actually had a bit of a nap. Like I said, I went mining. Yeah, we're getting there. But this seat's actually quite comfortable, so let's just relax here now, yeah?
Well, Pioneer,
Oh, okay, Strider.
I'll say it. You've done a damn good job.
Thank you.
You've got power, a mining rover that hasn't exploded, and you're still breathing. That is a miracle on Anteros.
That's fair.
But don't start celebrating. You're not finished. You're just getting started.
Told you.
Let's talk efficiency and mobility. First up, your solar panels are doing the job, but they're leaving energy on the table. What you need now is a solar tracker. Build a system that follows the sun automatically. You'll generate more power more constantly. Efficiency is survival.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To achieve this, you may want to consider elevation. Remember, you have no jetpack, so reaching high up is, well, inconvenient.
Yeah,
I suggest you use your engineering expertise to mitigate these problems. Build a vehicle or platform that gets you where you can't reach on foot. Use pistons, ramps, towers, whatever works. Just don't flip it and call it a creative solution. Oh, and one more thing. I've been developing something for you. It's called the Oxygen Farm. It uses photosynthesis, plants and sunlight, to slowly generate breathable oxygen. It's not fast, but it's passive, clean, renewable, and most importantly, it works. Think smart, build smarter, and keep pushing forward. This place isn't going to get any friendlier. I'm honestly shocked. Nice work.
Well, that's a new message from Strider, I guess. I'm guessing that means then I will have some type of new data log. It sounds like he wants me to get my solar onto a bit of a moving tower, which I kind of said I wanted to do anyway, and some new tech, an oxygen farm. Let's have a look then. Yeah, there you go, oxygen farm. Farms that produce small amount of oxygen when in contact with sunlight. Use oxygen tanks to store oxygen. Okay. So I think we know what we need to do, but also he said something to do with building a vehicle to allow me to reach higher elevations. Now that does make a lot of sense. Obviously, I haven't got a jetpack, and sure I can do this sort of block scaffolding, but like, it's not ideal. So maybe creating some type of vehicle which can allow me to reach higher up and weld and do all that bit. Yeah, that does make sense. That is actually a really, really good idea. But let's go and have a look. Let's see what the logbook says. Let's see what the main key points he's put in there is. Okay, so mission ID Antro03. Mission objective: improve energy efficiency, deploy oxygen farming, and elevated building. Mission details: construct a solar tracking system, build a solar tracker to boost energy efficiency. Deploy and test an oxygen farm. Test a new oxygen farm using sunlight and plants to produce breathable air through photosynthesis. And vertical access. Construct a vehicle/platform for reaching high ground. Got it. That shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. So, okay. I think the smart move would be to design the vehicle first before we try and construct a solar tower, because I feel like this vehicle is probably going to help us with that task. Okay. It's a shame that the day is not on our side. To be honest, Strider didn't contact me very early in the morning. Like I said, I've been mining, but that should mean that we have plenty of iron, which it looks like. Yes, we do. We have plenty. So I think a good idea would be I go to control panels, get our basic assembler turned on. I think it'd be a good idea to make like 100 of them. And then, I guess it's going to be a case of working out how I'm going to build such a vehicle. This is going to be an interesting one. Okay. So, we need to come up with a design. Now, we've got a couple of different options here. We could go with a vehicle almost like this, where it has a front arm, and we basically just lift it up, trying to keep the platform straight. So, you know, if I do something like that, technically, if I wanted to, I could jump on this vehicle here, and climb up here, and ta-da, I've got some vertical access. But it's not very convenient. We could also just go with a vertical piston, you know, attach just like a piston to a bed and we'd get some height. But again, I don't think that will be the solution. I think we should go with something like a scissor lift. So that basically uses like X's, which when they get compressed, they extend upwards because the cross goes from horizontal to a vertical cross. Which is space efficient, and to be honest, they're just generally quite cool. So I think that will be the plan. Now it's just going to be a case of working out how to build one. So I want it to be orientated like that. Okay, good. Let's then lock. I don't think we can lock a rotor until it's built. So let's try and construct this rotor nice and quickly. We don't need that anymore. Let's try that one again. So now that that rotor is built and a rotor lock, it means no matter, because even if it doesn't have power, it should still stay solid. Okay. And you know what, whilst we're here, let's get the head of it built as well. Some nice like that. Okay, so then the next stage will be to some more of them. And we are going to want to use some blast doors. So let's get a piston, let's get a rotor, and let's get a hinge. And then let's get a blast door. Perfect. So let's place one like that. And then I want to go... how many do you think I should go? Maybe 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 could work. Yeah, I can work with 5. And then I'm going to want to place a rotor pointing that way. And then another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will make sense eventually, and I'm sure. And then from there, I want to place another one. Like that. And I guess it would make sense on here, so I'm going to need this. Ooh, we're going to need some interior plates. I can do that. Let's produce a couple more. One, two, three. 3 or 4? 4, because then it makes this bit have a center, because on here I then want to build off of it. So we want to go 1. I never locked that one. Like that. Okay, so that then creates that as a 0 point. So then I can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then I want to build another one on this side. I'm thinking about it. If I raise this up by 5 and then raise that down by 5, this gets a little bit of an understanding of what this idea is going to look like. One like that. One like that. Okay, good. And then this would start the next cycle. So we place another one like that, and then that would go... So that's like 1x. And then we'll place another x which goes on top of it. Okay, let's I'll get a little bit more of this built and we'll see how we get on. Right, so I've built a very, very crude design of it, I guess you could say. And I call it crude because it's the only way to really describe it. It's very much just to try and show you a little bit of how I think I can get it to work. And... so if I go up like that, and then if I place all these blocks down here... oh, Master. Now, everything is now turned off, so the only rotor I actually have to affect is this one. And as you'll see, I can make it go up and make it go down quite easily. Hello, spider. Oh, you're right behind me. One more for good measure. But yeah, that's the idea, and as you can see, this will be even able to go down further once I've got all of my measurements in place. Because I think either way, that's not bad. So I think what I should do is make, so if this is one cross, we can have another one here. I think if I do a third one, and then that should be about big enough. That should allow me to have a decent amount of height. And then all I've got to do is control it by these 3 rotors that will be on this side, and that should be powerful enough to basically do whatever I want to do. Should is the key and most important word in that sentence, but we'll work it out. Okay. So place it one over like that. So now, if I toggle that off, and that one's not even built, which I guess is fine. If I then extend this, you know what, let's go quite far, yeah. You'll see that platform up top is completely level, and all the rod does is go slowly over that point, but it should still stay nice and flat. So the lifts are just really, really, really cool and smart designs. I'm, yeah, really happy, and you just get a better understanding. There's the first cross, there's the second cross, and there's a third cross. So, all in all, not a bad build. Now it'd be time just to get a lot of it welded up, and then we'll have to work out where the main batteries will go for the vehicle, and where the wheels and stuff will go for the vehicle. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit more mining of iron, because believe it or not, we're already out. To be honest, it's actually lasted alright, but it's a lot of steel plates, and using blast door blocks and things like that, they take quite a lot of resources. It's why I didn't... Well, I'm guessing it's why Strider didn't want me to build it right away. Like in the first vehicle. It's probably why he wanted me to build something like this a little bit first. Which makes sense. The sun is still indeed setting, so we've still got a little bit of daylight. It's not completely pitch black. It is actually down by the base, so that's why I fitted a little spotlight to help me see. But we're doing alright. We are indeed getting there slowly. So, time to get absolutely blinded by the sun. Drill 2 is not working. Wonder why. Maybe it has something to do with it's not built. But all in all, we are indeed definitely making it. It's definitely slow and steady progress. But I guess that's kind of what happens when you try and survive on a planet or environment which is pretty much only trying to kill you. There's no part of this planet which is particularly friendly. It's not like this, like, oh, it's you, I'm gonna help you out. No, I'm going to try and murder you in any way that I can. Oh, you don't like being murdered? Oh, well, what a shame. I'm going to murder you more. So, now that we're back here, let's put this back over here. Lock it in over that bit. Perfect. Any spiders come to visit whilst I've been gone? No? Nice. Maybe the spiders go to sleep at night as well. And hopefully we will last till the day with this much power. I actually don't know how much power we've got in the batteries at the moment. In the main battery on this base. It's got about 3 hours on it. Which, we might have to, well, I say that, it's not going to be processing for 3 hours. There's not 3 hours of ore processing in here. I just heard a spider. So we might actually be alright. So we'll see how well we do overnight. Hopefully we will survive until the morning. I think we will. We've done it the last couple of nights, but I haven't really been absolutely hammering it all night. You know, we've only got one battery, but it's got 30%, so it certainly has been charging a bit. Let's get the rest of this welded, and let's survive until the morning. Ah, and now starts a new day. Oh, it's going to be a fun day. I'm guessing we still have an amount of power. Infinite. How much did the battery deplete? It was on like 30. 26. Okay, so we lost 4%. That's actually not too bad. So these need to I don't want producing way more than. No, we're not going to question it. Wait, 37, 50. Okay. We need to produce the solar tower today. And we also need to get the wheels on this thing built. Now, I was trying to use this thing to actually lift up the whole mechanism. Turns out this vehicle... Oh, this vehicle is really light, that vehicle is really heavy. Who would have thought? So, I have got an idea. It's not a great idea, but it's an idea. It involves setting... Oh, hello, spider. Where are you? There you are. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. It involves basically lifting this up and using it as like a counterweight. Is it a good idea? I actually have no idea. As you can see, it is quite heavy, so I'm gonna hope it will work. Okay. And then, if I undo that, I don't want to turn it off. Can I lift it? Maybe? Ooh, just. Okay. Now this is engineering at its finest. Basically you want to move it over here. We'll go all the way around just so I'm pointing at the sun. Then we can get rid of all these. Good, I think. And then the next stage will be... And let's place these blocks along here. Is this gonna work? I think it will. Do that. Do this. Then that, just to get it onto the rail nicely. And then we should be able to just go down. Good. It's actually looks kind of cool. In my personal opinion, I actually think it looks really, really cool. Should allow up and down movement. It does. It's nice and smooth. It is. Perfect. Right, so I've been messing around just a little bit just to see how I can get this design to look. And honestly, I think I can make this build look quite cool. I'm currently just adding a little bit of neon. Just because I think it'll look cool. I haven't obviously tested it or know for certain.
Low.
But I think I think it'll look cool, I think. Let's see if I can grab some bits and do a little bit of a test. But the main thing what I really need to get on with is actually get the solar tracker, because I have spent the majority of the day doing this when I should have really been doing the solar tracking stuff. I get very, very distracted apparently building really cool things like this. And don't get me wrong, I think they look really cool, but are they necessary? Maybe not. So something like that, and if I was to increase its height, yeah, I think it'll look cool. It'll just be sort of lines. I don't know. We'll have to do a bit of investigation. Perfect. Oh, look at it. Oh my god, this goes high. Oh, look at the view. Oh, it's beautiful. So I can stop at any height, and I can also raise and lower it. Nice. So now let's take this up the hill, because that is where we're going to need it. I haven't got any solar on this one, at the moment, which, it should be fine. We're going to be shoving 2 large batteries on it, so it should be good. Yep, we get up here. Nicely, nicely. Perfect. And then it'll be a choice of where do I put the stuff. The stuff and things. Right, so we need to go up by... fair amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Now we get to the dangerous bit. So we need to do that. This is going to be an interesting one. Okay, so this is as far as I can get in terms of progress, I guess, for now. I can get it all built. It just takes resources, but that's how, adding literally just a couple of pieces, I've managed to get rid of all those ones. I've been messing around with what colour cells to use, as it doesn't really make any difference. It's more just purely the looks. So that's like a red one, that's a black one. I'm tempted to do my standard orange. If I come back here, I think that could look quite cool on the hill. The other option is I go blue, but I think blue. What about like a light grey? Or something like that. Yeah, I think I do quite like the red. But then if we're going red, I might as well just go my colour. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. And then we haven't built the auction farms yet, and I still need to get the turret controller set up, so I might as well start that bit now. Okay, so I'm getting everything built that I need to get, I think. I'll need all these. Is there anything from here that I can take? God, they're slow. Let's see how this will go. No. Let's just hope that I've got enough stuff. And enough daylight, because at this rate, it's not looking the most helpful. God, they're slow, aren't they? Build time 4 seconds to 5.7 seconds. Okay, so how is this going to work? So
Energy low.
elevation is on the hinge, azimuth is on the rotor, camera is on the top mounted camera, and aim at sun. Okay. Well, if that works, then that is quite cool. It's currently pointing at the sun, which gives me hope that it may be working. We need to get the at least one of the oxygen things working, and so we can test it and see how efficient it actually is. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. We need a lot of steel tubes, motors, interior plates. Okay. Lots and lots of stuff. Not that I've got the iron for it. Well, that is a very good sign. The battery's 50 something percent full. We are currently inputting almost a megawatt of power and only outputting 600 or 6 and a bit hundred kilowatts. So yeah, that means this entire setup will probably be just under 2 megawatts of power, which is pretty good. It's probably going to be about 1.8. Right, good. That's not bad at all.
Energy low.
Ooh. A little supply drop. Wonder if that's from Strider. Well, I won't say no. Ooh, a cow drill. That's very nice of him. Is there anything on the bottom? Ooh. Hey, we got some water, some steel plates, and some cucumbers seeds. Very nice. Now it should be, yes. Gaining the littlest amount. Wow, that's incredibly slow. Full in 5 weeks and 3 days. Oh yeah. That is... That is terrible. So, right. Just to get matters in to understand how little it is. I actually have enough in here at the moment. Well, this has 120 litres. That is 1 litre. Just about to be 2 litres. Okay, got it. But there we go. This is a big improvement and a good step forward. Huh. Lightning must have blown up one of them. They also stole one of my wheels. Lightning has somehow hit one of my wheels, which is not fun. Ah, annoying. Oh well, we'll get over it.